Welcome to the Monday, August 24th CCC Confluence Watchlist. Speculative momentum was active into Friday after hours, but Monday's best opportunities will be determined by which names preserve structure and earn fresh confirmation. Friday's broader backdrop was constructive, with the Dow up approximately 1.06%, the Nasdaq up roughly 0.49%, and the S&P 500 up about 0.50%. Friday told us where to look. Monday confirmation determines what survives. The overnight expansion top 5 begins with INCR, up 46.3% on 2.39 million overnight shares and 438.89 times relative overnight volume. PMI ranked second at 39.9%, with 6.03 million shares and 8.11 times RVOL. DXST followed at 32.8% and 422.75 times relative overnight volume. CYPH added 21.9%, while PLAG gained 15.3% on 13.06 million shares and 33.47 times RVOL. This is an expansion ranking, not a trade ranking. PMI has the cleanest actionable confirmation framework. The others need resets, liquidity, or split handling. PMI is the strongest overall Friday to Monday crossover. Its Friday reference was about $4.54 with 78% CCC readiness and a wait for breakout verdict. It ranked second in overnight expansion, second in watchlist builder, third in scanner confluence, and printed a 100-score A+ after-hours alert. The important number is not Friday's gain. It is the required 550 breakout or reclaim. 427 is the Friday invalidation reference with 550, 6.537, and 7.648 on the mapped upside path. If Monday gaps materially beyond 550, wait for a new base instead of chasing. BTCS closed Friday near $1.57 with 78% readiness and a wait for breakout verdict. It reached 37 late momentum radar hits with repeated run and new high of day activity, plus A-grade after-hours participation. The trigger is 158, invalidation is 153, and the mapped path is 158, 1.687, then 1.802. The critical warning is liquidity. The late Friday spread became very wide. 158 is not actionable through an ugly book. The setup survives only if Monday's spread and liquidity improve. CAN is primarily a participation setup. Its Friday reference was about 38.8 cents, with 67% readiness and a setup developing verdict. Volume radar scored at 94 and repeatedly detected stacking, persistence, absorption, and RVOL surge activity. Monday must show continued abnormal volume plus a clean reclaim of 39.11 cents. The upside sequence is 39.11, 39.57, and 40.17 cents. A loss of 37.89 cents invalidates the Friday framework. CDTG is one of the more interesting late emerging names. Friday's reference was approximately $1.32. CCC showed 67% readiness, a wait for breakout verdict, 66 momentum radar hits, confirming tape, buy technical structure, and 93 out of 100 signal agreement. Use 127 as the structural floor and 143 as the confirmation point. Above that, 153 and 157 are the mapped levels. Avoid chasing a thin pre-market spike materially above the trigger. USDE had enormous attention Friday, including 121 alerts, the number 4 scanner confluence rank, heavy momentum radar participation, and late volume radar activity near 28 times RVOL. Friday's reference was roughly $7.23 with 67% readiness and a wait for breakout verdict. Require a 777 reclaim with usable liquidity. 7:14 is the Friday invalidation, and 8:79 followed by 9:42 form the upside path. Attention alone does not guarantee continuation. The secondary confirmation board starts with CRMX, 67% readiness, setup developing, a 593 trigger, and 565 invalidation, supported by Watchlist Builder Rank 4 and an A+ after-hours expansion. UXRP also shows 67% readiness with 1882 over 1821. FVN carries the same readiness with 1337 over 1284 and a bullish continuation structure. BIVI is lower at 50% readiness despite 70 Friday alerts. It needs 205 while 195 defines failure. HOWL is the clearest warning against confusing attention with readiness. It led Friday with 127 alerts and ranked second in Confluence, yet CCC still said avoid or wait with only 35% readiness. Its trigger is 84.4 cents and invalidation is 73.6 cents. Multiple confirmation layers matter. DXST and CYPH are reset and reignition watches, not primary longs. DXST ranked first in Watchlist Builder, scored 98.57 A+ in Scanner Confluence, and ranked third in Overnight Expansion at 32.8% with 422.75 times relative overnight volume. But the stock-specific verdict was no trade, conflict, with only 28% readiness. It needs a fresh base and a reclaim of 4.338. 296 was Friday's invalidation. CYPH ranked fourth in Overnight Expansion, reached 93 radar hits, repeated new highs, and printed an A+ after-hours alert. Yet it also carried a no-trade conflict verdict and 28% readiness. Its Friday trigger was 2.027 with 171 invalidation. Require fresh structure. PLAG ranked fifth in Overnight Expansion at 15.3% on 13.06 million shares and 33.47 times RVOL. It reached 66 late momentum radar hits and repeated volume radar momentum prints. But the late radar spread was approximately 19%, and CCC's verdict remained no trade. The Friday trigger was 83.73 cents, and invalidation was 75.83 cents. PLAG only becomes interesting if Monday liquidity improves dramatically. The remaining reset board stays conditional. SUGP requires 179 over 148 but remained no trade. GAUZ needs 41.91 cents, while 39.44 cents marks invalidation. GOSS has a 15.31 cent decision line and 15.11 cent invalidation. KNRX requires 47.25 over 44.59 cents and remained low readiness. BTOG needs a full reset before 439 over 381 becomes relevant. None of these names earns promotion without fresh Monday tape, volume, and liquidity. INCR led Overnight Expansion at 46.3% with 2.39 million overnight shares and 438.89 times relative overnight volume. It also carried a Friday no-trade conflict verdict. More importantly, a 1-for-5 reverse split is effective Monday, August 24th. Do not carry Friday's nominal entry, trigger, or target levels into Monday. INCR needs an entirely fresh, split-adjusted chart. GRML is the second split special situation. Its Friday abnormal volume activity was approximately 25 times RVOL, but a 1-for-50 reverse split is effective Monday. Friday's nominal price levels are not Monday levels. Treat GRML as a fresh special situation chart after the split. Monday's pre-market earnings calendar includes GGR, NCTY, NSSC, PDD, XPEV, and XYF. After the close, the list is GRRR, PIX, and TUYA. The largest CCC displayed expected moves are GGR at 22.5%, GRRR at 14.8%, TUYA at 14.6%, NSSC at 11%, XPEV at 7.9%, and PDD at 6.4%. These are event risk names, not automatic watch list entries. Confirm current information and price action before assigning them any trading priority. Monday morning can reorder this entire board. Fresh momentum radar and volume radar activity, along with current spreads, liquidity, news, filings, and support behavior, determine which names remain actionable. A Friday ranking is a research starting point, never a permanent trade order. The opening focus is the 5 primary confirmation names: PMI, BTCS, CAN, CDTG, and USDE. The secondary group is CRMX, UXRP, FVN, BIVI, and HOWL. Every one of them is conditional. Support must hold, the trigger must reclaim, and the tape and book must be usable. The overnight expansion top 5 is INCR, PMI, DXST, CYPH, and PLAG. Reset and reignition names are DXST, CYPH, PLAG, SUGP, GAUZ, GOSS, KNRX, and BTOG. INCR and GRML are split special situations requiring fresh charts. Friday activity determines where we look. Monday confirmation determines what survives. This watch list is for research and educational purposes only, not financial advice or a recommendation to buy or sell any security. These setups are conditional and can change quickly. Confirm current price, liquidity, spreads, news, filings, and risk before acting. Define your risk in advance and never trade money you cannot afford to lose.